Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting because I'm taking some advice from the audience, but I need to have more women on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
It's a very male dominant podcast so far. It's like sometimes an echo chamber, because like me and my bros talk about things and we're like, yeah, I get you. Lean beef patty.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Where did you get that name?
Well, my name,
Like, honestly.
my name is Patricia.
Yeah, but
And
I knew that, but like, where did you create, like, why did you create lean beef patty?
so I actually don't remember specifically. It was in 2020, and one of my friends will claim that like he made it up, but I was like, did you though? Because I don't think you did. But
Is the idea like a lean beef patty? Like a...
yeah, like it's like a pun.
Got it.
It's like a little hamburger patty, and it's lean beef, and because I'm lean and a little bit beefy.
Yeah.
I actually didn't want lean beef because I was like, that's gonna like limit me to like always have to be lean. But
Okay.
all beef patty or whatever else I was thinking of was already taken like by a hamburger company. So I was like, oh my god. So
Interesting. So let's kind of dive right into it. Basically, what you just said about the idea of always having to be lean, just based on like your social media handle. Did you have that idea like of how to be on social media prior to like ever getting on it? Because to think that, like, obviously I could say that looking back now on my whole career. But for you to say that, right? Like, cause you're pretty new in the space. You're not super like, you haven't been doing it forever. Right. So did you like see that there would be importance in not limiting yourself? Like, just the fact that you said that is interesting to me.
I mean, I already have a lot of just like past experience of like being very body conscious and like whatnot. So that did kind of strike me immediately of like, if my name is lean and I'm not lean, it doesn't,
You've had issues in the past with like the way you look or the way.
Yeah, just like body dysmorphia and whatnot. I had like an eating disorder for a while when I was younger. So I'm very like,
I'm always trying to get your age. It's so funny.
aware. Yeah.
So you don't tell anyone your age?
No.
Okay. I'm always trying to like get enough information. I'm so curious.
That's the thing is like, once you tell them they can't know, they're like, I have to know.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
It's not that important. But what I'm more interested in is your dysmorphia and your relationship to it. Was it before social media or after or?
Oh, well before.
Before.
Yeah, I think like I can remember the exact day I was like body aware. I was 13, and it was the summer. It was like a
summer
warm
of what?
Summer day. The year? Oh, I don't remember.
Sorry, we'll stop. I'm stopping.
But I was 13 and I was standing there in shorts, and I felt my legs at the top like touch together.
Oh, like the thighs.
Yeah, and for like a 13-year-old girl, usually like a thigh gap is like something that they find is desirable.
13-year-old girls think that?
Yeah.
Really? They're trying to get thigh gaps?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
Anyway, so I was like, oh my God, I don't have a thigh gap. So then I was like, wow, eating disorder.
So what did that look like? Are you binge eating? Are you throwing up? Are you like, what's the disorder?
It started more so like restrictive.
Yeah.
And then it was so restrictive so fast that like it was just very visually obvious that something was wrong with me.
Yeah.
So then I had to go to the doctor.
I've literally been there when I was 18. Like my dick stopped working, everything. I was like I've told the story in the podcast before, but I was so focused on like thinking I was being healthy through like my eating habits and my activity, but I was doing way too much and eating like literally nothing in comparison. And like it put me in a position where I'm like waking up every night, like going to pee like every fucking 10 minutes. My body's like eating itself. And I ended up going to a doctor, and he looks at me and he's like, yo, are you okay? Like, 'cause my face must have been sunken. I was super lean. Like I look cool. 18, I like looked shredded, and I had like a vein from like, my lower hip to like ran up under my chest. It looked cool. But I was so obsessed with like having to look like that it like literally destroyed like my sex drive. It destroyed my hormones. Like I said, I went to a doctor and he tried to give me like Viagra. I didn't end up taking it, but like I ended up like, he said, you should probably start eating more. And then that's when I was 18, when I really learned about hormones, the body, nutrition, and all this stuff. So I guess you're 13, you experienced this. My question is like, where along the way were you like, I'm going to be into fitness and working out? Because obviously at 13, the thigh gap, I'm assuming you weren't just like in the gym bench pressing or anything, but when did you decide that I'm going to be, I will call it, it's kind of corny, but an influencer in this space? And when did you decide like you really wanted to do it, and why was it important for you? Because you've definitely taken on like you're, you know, most, I guess, sorry I interrupted you to answer that question, but problem. most women, maybe, and actually it seems like more so now, there's a lot more that are coming that are like liking to be a little bit more jacked, you know, a little bit more muscular, and more women seem to be embracing that. I think probably because a lot of people like you are also showing them that that's like fucking cool. But where along your line were you like, this is important to me?
Not like well into the line, I guess, because I did start working out fairly young, just because like after I quit doing my childhood sports, I was like, I need to be active or else like, you know, I'm not doing anything. It was like 100 to 0.
Yeah.
But I didn't necessarily want to be muscular. I really wanted to be skinny, just like at the beginning when I was in that phase. But the way that I was working out was not the way that you work out to be skinny, if that makes sense. Like I was working out like I was gonna build muscle. So like, I built muscle.
So would you say you're working out, what, like a powerlifter, like a bodybuilder? Like what was your like typical thing?
I think back then it was like kind of like bodybuilding, but I didn't really know what I was doing. But I was just working out so hard, like I built muscle without really wanting to.
And this is just because you enjoyed it so much?
I enjoyed the activity. Yeah. I didn't necessarily, like that wasn't my desired result, but I enjoyed the process so much.
Yeah. Yeah. And you just kind of got caught up in it. You're like, oh shit, now I'm kind of getting jacked and I'm just going to ride this wave. Or like, when did it transition into me being like, you being like, oh, this could be a thing on the internet and like I can do this? And like, was it always a part of your working out? Like, because I know a lot of people nowadays literally work out for social media. I'm not saying you do that, but a lot of people are like, I'm going to start working out so I can become popular on social media. Was it like that, or were you just like, this is something I'm doing because I need this? Like, what's your personal connection to working out?
More so the latter. There was a really long period of time where people were like, oh, you should like start like an account. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to share that part of my life with anybody else. Like, it's my little time, you know, to be private, and I enjoy working out and I don't want anyone else to be involved. But then it was recently in like 2020 when like that whole thing happened, you know, I don't know like what we're allowed to say here.
Say whatever you want. Yeah.
Oh, when like the pandemic happened. Yeah. And then
the pandemic, that's what we call it. When the pandemic went down. Yeah. Changed a lot for a lot of people.
It did. Yeah. And so then I was like, I'll just post my thing. So I started a separate account from like my just normal social media because I was like embarrassed. I was like, I don't want my friends and family to see this. So,
that's funny.
So I started a separate one so like no one would find out about it. Like I didn't tell anybody, and I was like, and like when people would find it, I'd be like, that's like so embarrassing. Like I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just kind of.
What were you embarrassed of? Just because like you were like you think people would judge you?
That, like, I'm like such a private person.
Yeah, so, which is like, crazy because you're doing this podcast.
Yeah,
because I got to ask all those deep questions.
I mean, I guess I'm just selective. I just choose weird things to be private about. The people are like, that doesn't matter. And I'm like, it matters to me, though. It's like, fine. I don't care about sharing my mental health, but I care about this one other tiny thing that like nobody else cares about.
Yeah, no, I get you. It's fair. So what about your mental health? Do you deal with mental health struggles? Because you said you went right to that. So obviously that's something you probably share with your audience.
I just brought that up more so like with the like eating disorder thing.
Right.
Like, the other things I don't like talk about that much because I don't know.
What other things?
Like the things that I feel like almost everybody struggles with. Yeah. You know? Yeah.
That's fair.
It's just
You're
like.
Not one of those people who's like, yeah, we all having, because I'm a fucking big pussy when it comes to like anxiety and all that kind of stuff. I always like, seems like I'm always fucking complaining about it. Obviously, I'm grateful for the position that I'm in. I think those things that really challenge us mentally also can make us better if we allow them to. But a little bit back to the body dysmorphia stuff. When did it stop becoming like a thing? When did you first notice you were like obviously 13, you had that phase, and then you must have kept kind of working out or started to work out or didn't work out and then found it?
The working out didn't really like help anything.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. There was only one period of time that I was like, I really like the way that I look. Like I'm comfortable.
Yo, that's fucking hilarious considering. Yeah.
And that was in 2020. I feel like people had two experiences. They were either like, this is a horrific year and like everything terrible is happening, or they were like, I am in bliss because all of my anxieties, everything's out of my hands. Like the world is burning and nothing matters. And I was on that end.
Oh, you were on that end. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So
you get into training, you get into like doing social media stuff. You make your little account because you don't want other people to see it. And then it starts to take off. And how fast does it take off?
Pretty fast. For TikTok, it happened, the first thing that I posted kind of blew up overnight. I posted it on like a Friday, 12 a.m. I had the Instagram first, and I was like, making reels is a pain in the ass. I don't want to make them. They're so annoying. But this other app is two birds with one stone. I can just export it onto Instagram, and it's like a reel. So that's what I did. I don't have that many activities that I do, so I wasn't doing anything. It's the night on Friday, so I did like a little stretching routine, and then I went to sleep, and then I woke up the next day, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's like 100,000 views. I was like, that's a lot of people. Yeah. So then
What do you think people like about you?
I don't know. I think
really?
I don't know.
Really? Even your content? I mean, I could say some things why, but like, I'm curious what you think. I didn't ask you that question as like some loaded fucking question. I'm just genuinely curious, like why you believe people are engaging with you.
I think there's like a few different kind of like sectors of my audience. Yeah. There's like the people that just like the way that I look. Like, you're this entity that is like visually appealing to me, so I like this. And then sometimes I feel like I post some content that's like kind of useful for like people.
Do. That's what I notice.
Thank you. So I feel like there's the people that like that and like feel that they're gaining some sort of knowledge. Yeah. And then
there's all the trolls.
Yeah. So someone else.
There's all the shitheads who are like, you're why are you so jacked?
Yeah.
It's funny because I look at your photos and like you, and I'm not saying you're catfishing or anything, but like you're really good at taking like, you look super jacked. Not that you don't look super jacked, but you're actually a smaller girl. You're not like a big girl. And I think women probably see you and they're probably like, wow, she's so big. But you're like, not, like you're not.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're definitely muscular, but you're small. Like, how tall are you?
5'3".
Yeah, you're small. You're not like, because I see your pictures, and I saw your pictures before I ever met you, and I was like, this chick's fucking huge.
Another thing that I think kind of contributes to, at least like originally, like now a lot of people take pictures in a similar, and I don't know how they were doing it before, but like a similar fashion to how I do it. They do it the way like that I do it, and I do it like that because to me, taking pictures like that is kind of like art. Yeah. So like those pictures are my art. Yeah. So that's why it's like the aesthetic is super important, and it's like ridiculous, and I look 6 foot and my body's twisted and like no waist, and it's like I do that on purpose because I think it looks cool.
No, I get it. It's awesome. You definitely found a lane. Like you've definitely really done that fast, really fast. I guess, what do you enjoy the most about all this now? Like, because this is a real thing. Because I've been doing this for so many years that it has completely changed my relationship to working out. Has being on social media changed your relationship to actually lifting and training, and has it affected it in any way?
Yeah, I think I've gone through like a little bit of a couple phases almost, where like there was a few months where I was just like, working out used to be I go after work or I go after I do something else, and it's like a stress relief, whereas it became like, this is the one thing that I have to do. So like this is the job now. So as they say, like once you make something you love like into your job, a lot of times it kind of takes the fun out of it. Yeah. So there was like
but it's funny because people also say, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Well, it doesn't work like that for everyone.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. Especially working out. That's one of those things that's like, especially if you use it as a time, like your time of solace. And now it's like, now this is something I have to do in order to sustain all this other stuff or these other expectations. It does change it. It really does. And obviously I'm not complaining. I think it's a great burden to carry, to be able to like make that your job, make that your living. I guess, has it taught you anything about yourself that like maybe you didn't know? Like the idea of, clarify this question for you, the idea of having to do something that you love to make money. Because like, for example, I'll give you an example. I started to try to do Twitch because I love video games. I'm a huge nerd, right? So I love playing video games, and I'm like, oh, I can like turn this into a business. And I started to do it, And then I was like, wait a minute, this is now like completely taking the fun out of like this thing that I just enjoyed as a pastime my whole life to like try to like make it a business or make it money. So has it affected like your love for it at all, or is it just like still solid?
I mean, just the waves. Like recently I'm on a pretty good wave. I don't know what's been going on like emotionally, but I've been like extra angsty. So I'm like, oh, you know, like I'm having a great time when I work out. Yeah. But like a few months ago, it was not like that at all. And I was like struggling to get through each workout. And I was like, I hate this. Like, I don't want to do this at all. Yeah. But like you said, though, like not to be ungrateful. Like I'm so incredibly.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you have like, has it affected any relationships? Like, has it strained any of that? Like, not like, I'm not saying interpersonal ones, like with someone you're dating, but just in general friendships. Has it shown anything different? Because it's so interesting talking to you because you're so new in it the last few years that like, I really am curious because you kind of, did you grow up in the social media age where like you grew up with like a TikTok and people, you were growing up with like Instagram and because Instagram is like, you know, 11, 12 years old. Were you like a little kid with Instagram before it was a thing?
It was there.
Yeah.
But I didn't use it. Like my friends aren't really like that on social media. Like even still, like they really don't use social media. My best friend, one of her like things she hates is like being filmed and like being captured in any way or like being recorded. I'm like, man, you're so funny. I wish that you like that because I feel like you'd be great.
Because she's funny.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
But as soon as you turn on the camera, she's like, oh, like she'll freak out. So I'm just like,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, shit. That's how I was before I started like making content.
But yeah, to answer your question, I didn't really use social media. I'd post maybe like twice a year. And it would be like when I had like a random idea for a picture and then I'd make the picture and then I'd post it and then my 30 friends would like it and then that would be.
Yeah, the reason I ask is because obviously, like, you know, if you grow up in it and people have and you use it, and I wonder if people change their like perception or treatment of you, like when you started to come up and like started to get followers, were people treating you differently? Like, because like also it always starts with people are like, nah, it's just stupid. You know, it's corny. Influencers are fucking lame.
Yeah, some people like will approach me and like have that really like, oh, like I don't even know who you are. It's like I don't care. Like, why would you say that to another person, like to my face?
Wait,
like,
who? Well, hold on. Who comes up to someone and says, "I don't know who you are"? It's
no,
like,
I know. I was like, that's.
Clearly, you're saying this on purpose, motherfucker.
Yeah, I was just
what do you mean?
That's like you're making this experience for us really awkward. Like
that's what I always, you know, and I'll go places and like dudes will be like, "Yo, my friend's a big fan. Could I get a photo?" It's like, bro, just take a picture.
Yeah, they'll say stuff like that. It's like, thank you to your friend. You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just like interesting.
So, like, do you enjoy all this stuff like thoroughly? Like, what do you think about this social media and this fitness industry specifically?
I mean, thus far I'm enjoying it. I think the fact that like as an industry, just like historically in general, is very new. Like having something like this, so
for sure.
That kind of freaks me out, and that like there's no guidance really, like how to do things and like how to be successful and how to be like you've done a great job of like building great businesses and whatnot, but in general, it's like it doesn't work out like that for everybody.
Yeah, no.
So it's kind of scary.
It's super brand new still.
Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like I was one of the first people doing shit besides like the Rich Pianas and the people prior. RIP to a legend. But is there anyone then, I guess on that note, is there anyone that you've looked to that has like kind of like shown you the way or inspired you or like helped you want to, you know, continue doing this or try different things? Anyone in specifically?
Not really, because before when I would use social media, I didn't really consume a lot of fitness content, or I didn't really like watch a lot of YouTube, or like when I would watch other things, it would be specifically true crime videos on YouTube where they you know, they have like the stick figures and they animate the true crime. I was like, you know, so like that's what I watch. So like not really anywhere to like gain guidance, but now I do try to look around what other people are doing, but
I see.
I don't know how business savvy of a person I am. Like I don't have all those back end things managed, so I'm kind of like yeah.
So do you find that it makes it harder for you, or is it something you're looking for, or is it something like you want to figure out? Because like where do you go with all this? Because I mean you have a massive audience, a huge audience, and are you like, do you want to build businesses within the space? Like, are you looking to do that, or is it just like I'm just posting photos and seeing what happens?
I would like to build a business. It's just like, what do I build? Like, what am I so passionate about that I want to do?
Yeah.
So figuring out those things.
Yeah. Have you always just done things that you're just super passionate about? You've never really just tried things?
I've definitely just kind of tried things like for jobs.
Yeah.
Did some random things. So
yeah.
And they were fun just because they were so random.
Yeah. Speaking of random, what do you think? This is a random question, but I just want to get your opinion on this. I was talking with my buddy Hasanabi on his actual live stream. We were talking about you on a podcast, but we were also talking about the TikTok, this whole like women recording men and like being like, you creep. And now
recently that's become such a thing.
It's been a really
finish your sentence.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Sorry.
It's been this big like, I don't know. People are making a bunch of jokes about this now because it got so far that there's like videos. My buddy Shok did a video where he was like, it was actually really funny, where the girl's like struggling. And it's from their perspective where the girl's struggling, like help, like on a squat. And he's like, no, dude, I've seen this. Don't do it. Trust me. And then like she's laying flat and the squat bar is above her. And he like finally goes to pick it up and she gets up. And she's like, you creep. You were looking at me. Like I'm putting this on my TikTok. Like, so it's got to that extent where everyone's like making fun of this. And I did a dumb video where like I poured water on my head. It looks like I'm sweating. And there's like a girl like with her butt out. And I'm like trying not to look. But do you think that like, and obviously I know there's merit because in the case, like I'm sure there are situations in which women are like, yo, this is like making me uncomfortable. And then there's cases where it's like, you know, like this one chick specifically, what happened was she tried to make it look like this guy was really trying to be making her uncomfortable. And it was just like really spun out of proportion. And the chick did say sorry, but we were talking about it on the podcast. But as a woman and as a lifter in the space, do you ever experience that kind of stuff? Have you experienced that kind of stuff? Like someone being like, I mean, obviously you're in a gym, dudes are probably going to come hit on you, but have they ever been like overly creepy where you're like, what the fuck?
I think just like me as a person, I'm so just like unaware of a lot of things. And like, I used to be super naive. I'm still kind of naive in a lot of senses, but I'm also very just like, not the sharpest tool in the shed sometimes, like, you know, like,
yo.
So there's been like a few instances where
Did you want to say oblivious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oblivious.
That's what I was feeling.
And there's like there's been quite a few times where it's not till like, it's a little bit too late or like till after I'm like, this is really weird. Like it just got like super weird, but.
So what do you do? Like, give us an example.
Okay, I have.
Because you don't gotta say names, nothing. But give us an example.
I'm not gonna say names. I'll use like a kind of recent one.
Yeah.
There was like this person, a man at the gym, and he was talking to me. I think he was like trying to offer me like a job or something, which was like whatever. Okay, some of them I can't like. I know it's kind of maybe rude to like assume someone's sexuality, but like I kind of thought that he was not straight.
It's fair.
Yeah, so I was like,
you thought he was gay. Who cares?
So
it's fine.
I was just like, you know, it's just like a
Cause
old
like,
gay man talking to me.
Because like the way he was talking, like his voice.
I think maybe he was like
flamboyant?
metrosexual. Yeah.
Okay.
He was like that.
He had a hoop earring.
He didn't, but he was like an older guy. I don't know.
I'm just fucking around. Obviously, I'm fucking around. You can have a hoop earring and not be gay, but no, I'm curious. Like, what about him? Were you like, he's just kind of flamboyant? Like,
just like the way he carried himself, yeah, and like stories that he would tell me about like his younger years. I was like, is that like a? I don't know. Like,
how much conversation you have with this guy?
We've had a couple conversations.
Okay, fair. So you thought
I try to be cordial, you know, when someone's at the
So you
gym.
thought he was gay, so you're like, no problem having this conversation.
Yeah, and a couple times like asked me if I wanted to get coffee or like to get dinner or something, and I was like, oh, maybe he's trying to like convince me to get this job. I don't know. And then there was this one time where like we went to leave, and maybe it was like a gay thing, I don't know, but like he went to like give me a hug and like kind of like kiss me on the cheek. I was like, oh my god.
It's a gay thing or a French thing?
I don't know, but he's not French.
Okay.
So there was that. There's also been other times where like
a full on, not like one of those side kisses where you kiss to the side. He like kissed your cheek.
it was like kind of enough for me to be like, what was that? You know, kind of just to be like drawn aback and be like, that was not a normal activity. One time I said this story once on one of my older YouTube videos, but one of the weirdest gym experiences I've had. I was getting ready to go to the gym. There's this guy rolling up. I'm just assuming he was homeless or down on his luck because he had 2 giant trash bags full of clothing and he was riding his bike. One of the bags breaks. All his stuff goes
in front of the gym.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm the only person there. And so I kind of feel bad for him and the stuff's everywhere. And he's like, can you please watch my stuff? Like, I'm going to go get another bag. And I was like, no problem. Like, I'll watch your stuff. So I stand there. He finds another bag and he comes
How long
back.
did that take?
Like 10 minutes.
You're standing there for 10 minutes over over some bags and like a bike?
Yeah, I mean.
Wow, that's a solid person.
Yeah, so I was like, good deed for the day. Yeah. I go into the gym. He's like, oh, thank you so much. I'm like, yeah, have a good day. I go into the gym. I'm working out. Out of the corner of my eye, this guy.
He's bench pressing the bags. That's all I see coming.
No, but he reappears and he's approaching me. And I was like, what's happening? And he comes over. He puts something. I like the way you smell. He puts something in my hand and then he goes and he kisses my hand. And I was stunned. I was like, what just happened?
Wait, he put something in your hand and then
he like grabbed my hand to like put like a note in it and then he kissed my hand. Like, yeah, like that.
It was like, I'm like, here's my note.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
I opened the note and it was his phone number. I was like, what? Also, this guy, it was just like, it was weird.
Yeah, no, that's strange.
Yeah.
That's strange.
I've had a lot
of kissing, guys. A lot of guys kissing.
No, I know. So I'm just like,
unconsensual kissing.
Oh my God.
It's kind of fucking funny.
So like I've had those actual like, to me, those are weird experiences. There's never been once where I felt like someone personally was like looking at me and like I was like so upset about them.
Yeah.
Looking at me. Like if anything, it's like if I feel that they're doing that, I'm going to walk away. But like that's just like what I'm going to do. But also I've never felt like that. So
yeah. So you've never felt like, oh, someone's just looking at me. This is weird. You just had people literally kiss you.
Yeah.
Which is probably weird.
So maybe I missed a couple steps. Like maybe something else was happening.
They were going straight for the finish line. That's pretty crazy.
I was like, that's wow.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. Well, okay. Off that note, we'll try and go past that. In the gym, like, what are your favorite workouts for girls? Because hopefully a lot of girls will click on this because I know you have like a severe, like an actual dope audience that loves the kind of content that you make. So for you, obviously, you probably get asked this question tons of time in person. Let's just tell the internet first and foremost, like, what do you do? What do you train? How do you train? Bodybuilding still, power? Because I saw you lift pretty heavy.
I was doing kind of like a powerlifting program for a while. The last month and a half, I've been doing more like a hypertrophy bodybuilding type program, but it was like weird. I did someone's program because I would like program myself and then my friend was programming me and then I would like do just my own stuff, but I decided to just like get someone else's. So I don't want to like say who it is because it was like weird. It was like I wasn't used to that kind of lifting. So I was like, I don't like this at all. But I was like, I started it, so I'm going to finish it. Yeah. So it's like bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding. So you would say it's important to follow a program, for sure. Because I know Jacob's like heavy on that. My buddy
following program?
Yeah. Yeah, he like lifts fucking 135 and he's like, I got to do 4 reps of this because it's like my RPE or something.
Respect.
Like, no, I really respect it because that's how you make progress.
No, yeah.
I know. That's what I've done. That's why I asked you the question is for years. It's like, I've just been like, I'm strong. So I do strong guy shit and then I'll do random shit. And then like, I'll keep trying to get strong. But like, obviously I know use periodization, like you kind of like hit walls. Mm-hmm. Like unless you like have that kind of structure to go up and go down, go up and go down. You just like train how I train for years. It's just like pretty much just trying to be strong all the time. You kind of hit a wall. Mm-hmm. So for you've always followed a program?
No, the majority of the time, especially in the beginning, I was random stuff, just like a 2.5 hour full body workout every single day. It was just like a lot of stuff, and I just wasn't eating right at all. And then I started doing kind of more like push pull legs. And then I started like just doing legs. And then I started doing,
classic girls. Just like guys of reverse is like just doing upper body and back and chest.
And then I started doing like programs, which I feel like it kind of depends on your goals. Like, especially for me in the beginning, I was working out just because I like to work out. Like I didn't care about looking a certain way. I didn't care about lifting certain weights. I just genuinely liked moving my body like that. So for
what
some people,
about it
that's
do you
fine.
like so much?
It's like you get to like be exerting a lot of emotion, but like without actually having to do that. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah, like
It
you
makes
don't
a lot
have
of
to
sense.
scream, but it's like an internal scream.
Yeah, well, that's deep.
Yeah,
that
thank
was
you.
fucking deep, dude. That was dope. I felt that shit. I'm gonna go to the gym after this, man. Fuck. Sounds like you've been going through some shit.
I feel like
I'm going through some
always
shit
am.
right now, but
Yeah.
yeah. What have you gone through? Have you gone through anything? Any like really trying times in your life besides the body dysmorphia?
I feel like a trying time is kind of subjective. So
course.
for me, maybe
Yeah.
I'm sensitive. I don't know.
I'm
feel like
as fuck.
I feel like I've been going through trying times, but if you tell like someone else, they'll be like, they'll give you some horrible story, and then I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh well.
Yeah, like my
mine
shit's
was
not that bad.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, what do you struggle with the most then? Would you say
Really just like existential things.
like life and the
Yeah.
existence of it and your relationship to it?
Yes.
Wow, that's fucking yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
So are you afraid of death?
I don't think I'm afraid of death. I'm afraid of living my entire life and looking back on it and like being old and like I know it's over and then being like that sucked. Like I don't,
Well, why would it suck?
I don't know. Okay.
You're afraid of ending up like that.
Yeah, in psychology there's like stages of development. And you can like fail a stage of development. And the last stage is when you're old and it's either being satisfied or being unsatisfied with your life. And I don't want to be that unsatisfied person when I'm
Damn.
like old.
That's fucking deep. Mm-hmm. How long you struggle with that? It's like my life right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
For like a while or just recently?
Just for a while.
Oh, damn.
No, there's just things in my life I'm figuring out, I'm working on. You know, I'm good at this business shit. Very good. Personal life, intimate relationship stuff, had a rocky time with for sure. But I'm asking you because like I just think it's important for people to share this kind of shit because I think a lot of people just don't talk about things that are like this because it's easier to just talk about working out and whatever gym bro shit that people are used to talking about because it's surface level. But I'm really curious, like did that start at any specific time in your life? Because you don't just wake up, you're a kid, you're like, man, existential problems, this sucks.
Yeah. Definitely as a child, it was easier not to have that because your path, at least for me, the way that I viewed it was very like cut in stone. Like I go to school, I do my school, I graduate school, and then I do my little sport afterwards. And like my life is has a path.
Yeah, structured.
Yeah. And then after you don't have those things anymore, it's kind of like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, what is the purpose? What has meaning? And I personally think each person has to determine that for themselves. But if you're unable to determine that or you're questioning like the value, it's really hard.
I really appreciate what you said though, because I think a lot of people really, really get to that point at some point in their life, normally in their early 20s, where they're just like, what the fuck am I doing? Even if sometimes they're doing things that they think they want to be doing, they're also still in the back of their mind being like, is this what I want to be doing though? Because like you're still learning. Like I can't look back on that time in my life and be like, I knew exactly my path. I was just kind of doing things that I liked and I just kept doing more of them. And then it just turned into like all this shit that I have today. But there was no like path. I wasn't seeing other people do it. It was like, I'm just going to do things that I liked. And at the time I was like a trainer and I liked working out and I liked talking to people and I liked trying to understand my clients at the time. Cause I was like trying to understand myself. And now years later, it's like me talking on a podcast to people that obviously a lot of people think are fucking amazing. Like you have a huge fan base. So it's like, I just like learning about people. And I always said this, I've said this on this podcast before, cause I'm trying to like figure my shit out. So I just think it's important for more people to share that kind of stuff. Cause it's super normal, like to have that thought. Cause even if you have all the success, you got all these likes, all this, everyone's like, oh, lean beef, so cool, all this shit. Right. But it's like, if you can't find that like solace in yourself and like who you are and what you're doing and like the importance and your purpose in life, it's just like it all can kind of mean nothing. It all can kind of just like, and if it starts to feel like that too, then it kind of just, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people get in these parts in their life where if you start to feel like you don't have a purpose, like you really go down to like for sure.
Yes.
I'm not saying like you're just going to go down or anything, but I'm curious, like, have you ever Have you ever noticed a point where you're like, damn, this is not what I want to do, or I want to do something completely different? Or like on your lines of, am I going to be happy, when I'm older? Are you on the path right now? Do you think you're doing the things that you want to be doing? Or do you still question that?
I still question it, but not that I'm not super appreciative for like everyone rocking with me. I'm like, I love them and I feel like I have a great audience and I'm so appreciative of all of them. It's more just like the nihilist in me is like, nothing matters. Like,
damn.
It's just like, I'm just like the purpose.
Dude. Damn. But it's like, where does that come from though? Where do you think that comes from for you? You always thought that?
No.
Was it something happened? You were like, damn.
I really don't know. I don't think like one thing happened.
Just your personality because you have dark hair or something?
I'm not naturally a brunette, so I don't know. It's the blonde in me.
It's the blonde in you? Well, I'm saying maybe you were like, well, I'm dyeing my hair black, so now it's like I got it.
No, I dyed it because my two other friends are also blonde.
Okay.
And they're gorgeous. And I was like, when there's like three of you and you're just like not the one that's like...
Yo, you're fucking funny.
So I was like, I need to like separate slightly.
You wait, like, you're not the one that's not.
Like I'm not like the competing one. So like the one that's like up there with the other two. So I was like, I'll just.
You think these other girls are like prettier than you? When you say
we're all beautiful in our own way.
Right, but I'm saying like, is that what you're saying?
We're all beautiful in our own way.
Yeah, okay, fair. And you were like, fuck it, I'm going to take this route.
Yeah. Okay. And I was just like, I have like dark eyebrows. So I was like, maybe the dark hair will go good with the dark eyebrows.
Wait, but how does that happen?
Dark eyebrows?
I thought people can't have dark eyebrows if they have light hair.
You can. Also, I'm not sure if this contributed though. When I was in 3rd grade, I accidentally shaved off both my eyebrows. They used to...
Dude, what the fuck? What 3rd grader is like, oh, I'm gonna do this?
It was by accident.
Your parents must have been so pissed.
I had like a little bit like of unibrow.
No, it's wait. How old are we in 3rd grade? How old are we in 3rd grade, dude?
Like
do you know
10.
the answer to that?
You're 10? Like 10, I think.
So you're like, I gotta get this shit off my head.
Yeah, so I took just like a regular disposable razor, and I was like, okay, trying to get it. And then I accidentally slipped and shaved off half my eyebrow. And I was like, I have to commit.
Damn.
So then I just shaved them both off. And when they grew back, they grew back looking different than they were before. They used to be like straight and like lighter. And then they grew back slightly curvier and dark. And I was like,
Whoa, what the fuck?
And both different shapes. They're not the same, but they're slightly different.
Yeah, I know. You're just tripping. That's just the dysmorphia coming through. That's so random. Holy shit. Yeah. That's like the most I've never heard anyone say that they were just like accidentally. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, now when I think about this, it has been one of my greatest fears. I cut the hair. I'm like, I never want to just fuck this up, and then I have to end up like that.
Yeah,
and I'd be on the internet,
end up like that,
and then be like, dude, look at this fucking idiot. And it's like I didn't do it on purpose.
I feel like having no eyebrows now is like really popular though. So
I know
you could profit upon that.
Oh damn, I could have owned that. Didn't Kanye do that?
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, seems like something he would do. Fuck, that's great, man. Doing this stuff like social media, fitness and shit, has it changed your ability to create real friendships? Because in this industry, specifically this industry, not just social media, but the fitness industry, it's just like people are, I think because the barrier to entry is so minimal, that everyone comes in and it's a lot of people who are coming in and their intention is like money. I want to get money because these people look like they're making money. So like you find yourself in like a shark pit of a bunch of people who just kind of want to take and they want to take and they want to take. Have you ever experienced anything where you're like, yo, this is awkward? Has it? Yeah. I
mean, yeah, there's been a couple times where I'm just like, I don't think this person's my friend, where like I thought like maybe they were or could have been. And I was like, I think I misread the situation.
Yeah. Like, is it, would you say, would it be mostly girls or guys that you have that experience with in the industry?
It's like both, I guess.
Yeah. And how do you know? Someone's like, are they like, hey, fucking make sure you tag me? Is that the thing?
There's like little things that I think a lot of people that like do this kind of notice, where it's just like, they're always just like, always trying to create content, or like always do something like that, or they just like get weird with you if like you don't like repost something or like something like that. I'm like, meh.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Or like if you do something together and then it's just like weird after, and it's just like, oh, you know, like it was different before. Like they were more like eager to like do things, and then after.
Oh, like, I got my nut. I'm
yeah,
out.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
That's normal. That's normal. But you like doing this. You like the stress. Do you like the struggle? I
don't know if I'd say all that. I mean,
do you ever get stressed out doing it? Like having to do it? Like the need, I gotta post, because I know that's fucking, that's stressful to me.
Yeah, I do definitely. Also because a lot of the things that like I just do myself.
Yeah.
Like I have Cam who helps with some of my YouTube videos to like film. He has nice stuff and he'll help me edit those. But a lot of them I just do myself. I do all the editing and everything. And the TikToks and the reposting and the Instagram. So that can get stressful. Yeah. And then I also try to be like very engaging with my audience.
Yeah.
So like they comment, like I'm going to try to comment back. Or at least like
I don't know about commenting back. I try and respond to DMs though. Because commenting back is like, there's to be thousands.
DMs are hard because I've had weird stuff in the DMs. And like personally, I'll be thinking like, it's safer in the comment section in public because like who's gonna be that weird in the comment section where people will still comment and be like, you guys are being weird. I'm like, you don't see anything weird.
What's the weirdest thing you got in a DM?
Definitely the weirdest thing, which is probably something you wouldn't expect, is someone just sent me a bunch of pictures that were just like very voyeur-esque, and I was like, I feel like I'm looking at something I shouldn't be looking at.
What's voyeur-esque? Is that like someone's just like look. Like they're naked?
Like a peeping Tom. No one was naked. But like just the setup of all of the pictures was like, I feel like you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing right now. Like you're doing something bad. And they would just like send me the pictures. And you know, it was just like weird. I was like,
wait, hold on. What the fuck was this guy doing? You made it sound like this guy like just murdered someone and took pictures of like the murder weapon.
That's like what it felt like. And I just like opened up and I was looking at the pictures and I was like, gonna close it now. You know, I was just, what do you do? It wasn't like no one was dead, no one was naked. It wasn't weird, but it just like felt very icky.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so that was the weirdest thing, which is like something someone wouldn't expect. There's also things that people do expect, like
dick pics.
Yeah. I've had people tag me in stories though, where I'm like, how did that happen? How did you tag me in this story?
Wait, a story of their dick?
Yes.
Like on their Instagram story.
So I'm just like, how did that happen? It'll be like 5 seconds of just like I don't want to tell people how to do it, so that I get.
No. You got to break this down. This is so interesting.
It's like
this shit doesn't happen to me.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get like guys will be like, hey, bro, like I'll get a lot of stuff like that, but not so direct, which is weird.
It'll be like 5 seconds of just like a blank screen, and I do try to like look at when someone like uses my codes and like tags me in things. I like what they tag me in, like on the story. It'll just be like 5 seconds of like a blank screen and then just like a dick pic. I'm just like, how is that allowed?
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. And it's also like, do guys think that sending a dick pic is going to make a girl be like, wow, you're the one?
I think for some people it might almost be, I don't want to say like a kink, but like something similar. Like when people like expose themselves, you know, in public.
Yeah. So it's not even so much they just want to do that.
Yeah. I think it might be like that for at least some of the people.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anything else weird? Because that voyeur shit's really weird. You made me think this guy murdered someone. Like, I think it was a child sending me these things. Wow.
Yeah.
That's even more creepy.
But they were weird. I was like, this kid needs to be on a list. Like, someone needs to check this kid.
It's Chucky, dude.
It was really
fucking
weird.
Chucky. Holy shit. Nothing else weird like that? Because I was expecting, obviously, you know, the classic dick pic thing.
Classic.
But the whole, like, murderous scenario thing is really interesting.
I think that's the weirdest. The rest, sometimes I feel bad. This is like something that other people, like online figures, like people in the industry, have also told me that they've experienced. I'm like, this is really hard, and like it's really like a touchy subject to deal with. But like you have to realize it's not on you. Like some people will send you like a manifesto. It'll be like their note. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, I'm not the person to like send this to.
Their note as far as what, like professing their love to you or something like that?
No, like they're like, yeah, like they're like suicidal or something. So I'm just like, I'm not the person who can help you. Like,
I normally, honestly, because I've gotten a lot of stuff like that, but I talk about suicide. I talk about my childhood and stuff. I normally, if I see stuff like that, I will respond. I don't like, I can't give a ton. I'll normally just hit a voice note and just say something simple. Cause like, obviously, like, you can't stop someone who's really going to want to do that. And I think a lot of times when people like say, like, reach out like that, they're looking for someone to like give them a reason almost not to. I'm not saying it's your responsibility, because it's very like, that's really tough place to be in. I know I see it and I'm just like, fuck, I got to say something, even if it's slight, you know, because it's just like, why the fuck not? Because I've even had situations like on Twitter, specifically with a guy who like was straight up going to kill himself. And he just like, he's like a friend to me now. And he was like, he sends me pictures of his daughter every birthday. And he's like, thank you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Like crazy shit like that. So obviously you can't save everyone, you know? I do try to just say anything back, but that's not super regular for me, but I definitely understand that. And I understand your feeling of like, well, shit, like, I don't really know what to say, I guess. Cause I'm assuming you haven't, you know, you probably never, I don't know if you've ever dealt with the idea of suicide or taking your life or anything like that. So it's like, it'd be hard to give valuable input to someone who's like really on the edge, you know, except honestly, the input, you could just like, hey, like, think about it a little longer. You know, that's what I would say if you didn't know how to say anything, because that's really what it takes. And just someone just saying that, make them be like, oh shit, maybe they're right, you know? But damn, yeah, that got deep really fast. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Just because I've seen that a lot. I've seen that a lot. What was your childhood like? You had like a great family, and I'm not trying to like create something that's not there. I'm just curious.
It's like therapy session.
Yeah, and I'm curious.
My family is
also in your
fantastic.
age.
Also that. My family's fantastic. I think I'm like unbelievably like blessed, lucky, whatever you want to call it, that my parents are both very loving and very supportive. Like
from the beginning, they were like, you got this?
Throughout my childhood, and then like for this too. Like my dad watches every single one of my YouTube videos.
That's awesome.
And then tells me like later in the week, he's like, it was so amazing. And like, you know, the people in the comments are so nice. And, you know, they says that. And then my mom, she has TikTok, so she'll watch my TikToks, and sometimes she'll leave a comment and it'll always be something like silly. Like, I don't know. It'll be something
So they
silly.
never doubted you with this whole internet thing?
I don't know. Yeah, they didn't doubt me. I think I'm very lucky that they're like very supportive in anything that I do. And they're like, whatever you want to do, you know, do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do with all this? What's your goal in all this? Just to reach more people? Like what's your purpose, would you say?
I mean, that's where I'm struggling with like the whole life thing.
Yeah.
But in the content that I'm creating currently, I try to make it somewhat just helpful in general.
Yeah.
Which is why I do a lot of like the little mobility or like routines. Like this is the workout of the day. So I don't know, helpful in some way. And then also other information that I give that like providing info to avoid misinformation. Like when I was first on the internet looking at like fitness stuff, I'd see someone eating like X amount of calories a day and be like, I need those to look like her, you know? So like I would try to do exactly what she's doing. So like when someone asks me like what are your macros? Like what are you eating? Like what are you working out exactly? Like how do you hit this? I'll be like, you know, some info I just never tell them. I'm like, it won't benefit you to know, so I'm not going to tell you. Others, like some info I'll tell them and then specify like, don't base it off of this. Like, you know.
No, for sure. I mean, that's one of the most common things I think in the fit. It's honestly one of the biggest like selling points that people like just rip people off on forever, which is like, you need this to have that. If you want to look like me, get this, whether it be a product or just like a program. And I think, a lot of people don't realize how specific, I mean, everyone is so unique and how specific the things that you might need is not just because someone else did it, you're going to have it. So you're very smart in that point. So you try to make content that is like, hey, this is what I do, this is what I'm doing, but like, you know, try it your own way, or like, how do you push that narrative, would you say? Do you like
some of the things I think would be beneficial for anyone, and they really don't have to do it super different unless they're injured, like the mobility and things like that.
Why
like
is stretching so hard?
Why
does it suck?
Because we're not used to it. Like, it wasn't like one of the things pushed. And it also, like most people, it just like doesn't feel as great as like I'm lifting weights.
Yeah, getting a pump. Mm-hmm. Stretching is just it's so important though, man.
And it's kind of boring, and sometimes it's painful, and then
yeah, fuck, it just sucks, man. I've been stretching more though.
Have you?
Yeah.
Before and after a workout, or
no, just at night.
At night?
Yeah, before I cry myself to sleep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you feel better?
I love Jacob. Jacob's dope back here. Do I feel better after crying? Yes.
Oh, not after stretching.
Oh, stretching.
Yeah.
Do I feel better after stretching? Yes. It sometimes makes me feel bad about myself because I'm like, damn, I really need to keep this up because like I'm like not as flexible as I think I should be. Although like when I think about my career, I've always kind of just had natural mobility. I don't know why. I guess some people just kind of have it, which is great. But as I got older, I realized like if you don't use it, you lose it. Which is, classic. I don't know if you're.
That's a classic.
I'm also gauging your age with that's
use or lose it.
Yeah, that's a 40-year-old virgin quote from a movie before your time.
Oh.
All right, boys, quick interruption for the podcast. Listen up. If you guys listen, we've all had those nights. We have a little hard time getting up. We have a little bit of a trouble. Bro, I've had those days where I'm not there mentally. I'm not going to lie to you. But RexMD has got your back. Basically what this is, you guys can get generic Cialis Viagra for like fraction of the cost, right? Like literally 90% cheaper. Like it's kind of crazy. Like $2 a pill instead of like $90 in some cases. So if you guys want some extra help, it's super discreet. You don't have to go talk to like a doctor. You don't got to set up an appointment. You can do it all from like your home, your phone, literally. Answer some questions, get it prescribed, FDA certified. If you guys want to check it out, rexmd.com/RAWTALK, up to 90% off right now. Give it a shot. rexmd.com/RAWTALK, up to 90% off and a free gift. Check it out. Let's go back into this podcast. Do you have any questions for me?
How do you think your like process of like things you do like from the beginning when you started versus like now, how is your either like goals or just like whole process or what you post like evolved? Has it been like trying to do things where you felt were very just true to you, or like staying with what other people are interested in, or
Yeah, that's a great question. Damn, that's really cool. So it started for sure just doing shit that I was doing. Because when I started, there wasn't like, I'm going to get something from this. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to become an influencer, because there weren't influencers. I started back when like Instagram first started in like 2010, late 2010, early 2011. I literally was just, like I told you earlier, I was a trainer just posting my clients' progress. I had abs. So I thought I looked cool. I was just taking pictures, and then obviously video came, and then I was like, oh, I also look cool and I can do cool things, because then I jumped out of the pool, went viral, and all those things just came about because like that one specifically, someone was like, you see the video of BJ Penn jumping out of the hot tub? And I was like, I can do that. Shit's easy. And someone was like, no, you can't. And I was like, just went to do it. So it was like just things that I was doing, training, and just like showing what I was doing. And then I didn't realize it till it started to happen. And I was like, oh shit, like a lot of people are engaging with this stuff because it's so new. Obviously an early adopter on it. And then I started to obviously get to the point where I was thinking, okay, now that I'm getting traction, how do I get more traction? Right? I still kind of kept just doing things that I really love, which is working out, training, trying to be stronger, trying to like do crazy lifts, like kind of like unique shit. And then I started to involve lifting girls, and that like really kind of took off. And then somewhere along the line, like I definitely kind of fell out of love with it a little bit, for multitude of reasons. And, in relationship to like my relationships in the industry with people and how I felt burnt out on certain things, because I just felt kind of slighted by people. But then I started to realize like this is kind of life and how it goes. And that was like a 2-year process of me being like, fuck, do I want to keep doing this? Even though I was very successful at the time. I had just opened up the gym. This is back in 2017. But I definitely like went through these phases, ups and downs, as far as like my relationship to the content. I always kind of kept it true to what I was doing, because I could definitely say on all my YouTube content, like Instagram specifically was like trying to get the views, trying to get the clout, right? YouTube was always just kind of me just talking. So it's cool now to be in a position like doing this podcast, which is like not really fitness at all unless we're talking about it. It felt very seamless of a evolution for me because obviously I've gone through it all. I've done it all. Like I've fucking seen it all. I've seen everyone come and go. And a lot of my content along the way, like I said, the longer format stuff, the YouTube stuff was always talking. So for me, this kind of like translation into this sort of content and all the other stuff that I've been doing was pretty seamless and very genuine to myself, right? I think that's one of the most important things to be successful in this industry long term is like, it's different. Like you do a thing and you're this person to everyone because you give them this advice or this information or whatever that looks like, whether it's like comedy or motivation or that like advice on workouts. Beyond those things, beyond the things that you're like giving to people, the more you can give yourself to people, I think the more that you have real chance at longevity. So for you and, you know, this existential crisis thing and like life and like the point of this shit, like I think if you just keep continuing to give yourself to the best of your ability to people, like, and I don't mean that like at all in a weird way, just like giving yourself like genuinely, that you will have so much success. And yeah, I could tell you for sure to answer your question, like it's really changed, but it's changed kind of like almost seamlessly with how I've grown as a person. Like I've gone through fucking anything you could think of, like the massive ups, big downs, like business fuck ups, like business bad relationships, like bad people, getting taken advantage, all kinds of shit. It's just like you get to a point where you just, the more you can accept it and like learn from all of these moments, it allows you to teach and give back to all the people that like are looking at you for something like that. So yeah, I'm just grateful that I was able to do this shit for so long, that I'm still doing it. And like linking up with people like you who are like brand new in it. And you know, you have such an ability to go beyond even where you're at now, that it's just a matter of like, do you want to? And is that really in you, you know? And I think obviously you're very good at speaking. You make great content. People love you. I think you should do more of it. Maybe you should, you know, open up more.
Open up more.
Age. Sorry, dude. I was trying to get the age, man. I was trying to get it for you guys. Because I'm not gonna lie. I remember I was like, I asked you in person because like you were training, and I was like, I remember walking away being like, why the fuck doesn't she want to say her age? It's so weird.
I respect it, you know.
Yeah, no, it's a joke at this point. Obviously, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your age, but yeah, I just think like, I don't know. I guess I asked you that same question. Like, do you see your connection to what you're doing change, or like do you see yourself doing other things in the space, like not fitness or something else that you're really passionate about? Because for me, it's talking. I love learning. I love understanding people.
I like doing little shenanigans, like my adventures. Sometimes I feel like they're not like the most entertaining as far as like an attention grabbing thumbnail and title and like a clickbait thing. Like sometimes those aren't the best, but I like doing those things. I like going on little adventures. I go on a lot of little adventures and I'm like, I probably shouldn't record this because it's like not, you know.
What are you doing? What things you shouldn't record, or you just think people aren't going to like it?
No, like things that might just get you in trouble with the law. But I feel like everyone does it.
Wait, what the fuck are you? Wait, what? Things that might get you in trouble with the law, but I feel like everyone does it. Are you out here committing crimes? What are you doing? Not. You're sending the pictures.
Crimes.
You're sending the voyeur pictures to random people.
No,
that's you sending the fucking pictures.
It's me sending them to myself. No,
fucking
it's not
Dexter. That. No, what do you mean? No, I'm so curious. I don't know what you're talking about.
like hood rat shit.
Well, what does that mean, dude? That means to me, when you say hood rat shit, robbing people at gunpoint.
Oh no, those are victim crimes. Okay, victimless. No one gets hurt.
Okay, hood rat shit. Okay. My other assumption of that is, I don't know. What else is hood rat shit, bro? For you to find out. Okay, that's why I'm fucking asking.
Like going to like, I don't know, like abandoned places.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, have you ever seen those guys, those Russian guys? They're just like a little group of hooligans who are in Russia, and they're like, we're breaking into Chernobyl, and then they like go into Chernobyl and like swim in the water, and they're just
now they're dead.
Well, I don't know. It was so funny. I stream sometimes. Sometimes I play video games on Twitch. Nice. Sometimes I just like watch videos.
You look like a streamer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A couple months ago, we were watching just YouTube videos, and we were watching those guys. And one week, it was like one of the videos was we break into Chernobyl and they're like swimming in the water. Then the next week it was like, I get tested for like radiation poisoning.
Exactly. I'm like, what?
They're so silly. Like that's something I would do.
Oh, that's so silly.
Yeah, like I would
You
do
could have
something
cancer.
silly like that. That would be me. I was like, I really resonate with these characters. Like,
damn,
I
you should
see
do
myself.
stuff like that. It's dope.
I do, but it's like, should I capture that? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who you kind of remind me of is not in the fitness space at all. Who's that girl? She's massive on YouTube.
Oh yeah, dude.
Emma Chamberlain. Emma Chamberlain.
Oh, I know her coffee. I saw it at Sprouts once. I was like,
Yeah.
I know that girl.
Yeah, like but that's so the reason why I brought that up. Not just because I'm not saying you look like her, but like that's what she just films random shit like, and people love it.
I feel like she has some existential issues too, though. I've seen like
Maybe.
some videos of her being like, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's what, like you like film some of that content. I think people would love it. No, straight up.
Yeah.
Like if you sat and you talked about like, man, just life, dude. I don't want to. I think the people would be like, fuck, I feel that.
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of
They just
people
be
relate to
commenting
that.
real, you know.
Yeah, it's real.
Real.
So why would you not do it? You just don't. You just think like people won't like it because it's not the clickbait.
I don't know. I actually try not to utilize too much clickbait in my stuff. I remember one time I was benching and I thought it was funny. So I photoshopped like 8 plates on there. You know, I can't freaking bench that. And someone commented and they were like, that's clickbait. I was like, there's no way you believe I was actually holding that up there. Like,
Yeah, but who gives a fuck?
we
man?
need some
I clickbait shit all the
cognitive
time. I don't give a
reasoning.
fuck because like the internet itself is like it's based on that shit.
That
man.
is like the whole thing that people don't realize. Like that is it.
I mean, everything is fucking clickbait. Like,
Yeah.
if you ever gone on Snapchat and looked at like the the tiles and you're like the things that they say, and that's like 99% of like whatever that title is probably not even accurate.
I was telling someone the other day, I was like, you know who's the champion of clickbait? Whoever the heck is making these Snapchat things.
Yes.
Because they're insane.
no, like the things that those things say, you're like, what? I'll click and I'll be like, it's
I
not
was
even
like,
what it's fucking saying.
Yeah, they say something totally different. I was like, that person needs a raise because they're
No,
goddamn
they're
good at their job.
Incredible. So it's
Yeah.
like I mean, that's the internet. That's the internet in a nutshell. Is like get people in as many as you can, and then whatever's there, hopefully it can resonate with some people,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's just like I don't know. I think there's definitely a time and place for it, but I also think like that kind of content people do also really want, even though it's
Mm.
not as like clicked or searched for because it's not as like taboo or crazy or sexy or whatever. I think that's also the content that people really actually thoroughly enjoy and get something from.
Yeah.
Because there's probably other people out there who are like, I want to go on those adventures with it, right? Mm-hmm. So fucking do it. I think you'd
I know,
be
but
dope.
like, what if the cops rolled up like to my house like after I post this video and they're like,
Cops aren't gonna do that
it's
shit.
evidence. Cops are what?
They ain't gonna do that shit. Fuck no. They'd have to get you in a moment. They don't give a fuck about that.
Really?
I mean,
What
unless
did I
you,
say? Like,
did some-
that's not me? Or like, what?
Nah, unless you did some real crime shit. And you're like, haha, I posted it. It's like,
Yeah.
But if you're just showing up somewhere trespassing and they didn't get you in the moment, there's no way they're going back and be like, you're trespassing. They're gonna be like, oh, I like you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Dap you up. That's what's gonna happen. Can I get a picture? That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're not gonna fucking knock you and try and fucking lock you up. So I
Next
say do
video, I'm in jail.
it, dude. Yeah, and then there you got the clickbait.
Not clickbait.
Yeah, not with the fucking asterisk, not
Yeah,
clickbait. You
yeah.
got it. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
But so that's what I'm saying. Like, is there other things you want to do? Like, do you know yet? I guess maybe you don't even know yet.
I don't really think I know yet. Like,
Yeah.
that would definitely be of interest to me because, I mean, fitness is great. I don't feel like my whole life is fitness, and I don't feel like everybody else's whole life is fitness. Even the fitness people that enjoy my fitness content,
Yeah.
I know they're doing other things.
Yeah.
So there's other things to do.
So you talked about Twitch. Are you like, do you play video games then?
Yeah, I've been struggling. I've been doing Twitch longer than I've been doing lean beef patty. But
Really?
like a
Has
couple
it? So
years
then I'm
longer.
assuming it really probably helped though once you.
Lean beef patty helped the Twitch. Also, I started using Twitch a lot differently. You know.
You talking about hot tub streams? Or what are you talking about?
No, I did tell someone, they were like, you should hot tub stream. And I was like,
Sit there
man, when I
flexing.
was streaming, I was sitting there on like a little stool with, I used to have rats, giant ass rat cage in the back. Like, I was like, I'm not going to hot tub
I said,
stream.
now when you said you used to have rats, I thought like you just had rats in your house because they were like, it was like,
Oh,
dirty.
no, they were
You
pets.
literally have pet rats.
Yeah.
You have them now
They're
still?
deceased.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, RIP.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
That's tough. How many?
Two.
Damn.
It was actually tragic
What were their
when they
names?
died. It was horrific. Frank and Mortimer.
Mortimer.
Yeah. Mortimer was naked. He had like a naked
Okay, he was
bald
naked.
rat.
Okay.
And then Frank had like a bit of his ear missing, so I named it after my grandpa who had cancer.
Jesus Christ. You named the naked one after the cancer guy? That's fun.
No, the naked one was just Mortimer because he looked like a Mortimer.
Okay.
And then the one with the piece of his ear missing was Frank because my grandpa's name was Frank and he had cancer and he had a bit of his ear missing from the cancer.
Wow. That's fucking deep. So on Twitch, what do you do then?
I play video games or I just like watch YouTube videos.
React.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, we'll just like watch them and then
Are
like.
you watching the Chernobyl guys doing the thing? You're watching that kind of shit?
Or we watch like other things. Like I was watching those like really old bodybuilding like compilation things of like Arnold and like Tom Platz and like
Dorian Yates.
Yeah, like those guys
yeah.
with like that one video that has like 18 million views or something. We're just like watching that.
Which
just,
video
like,
is that?
I don't know. It's like old school motivation or like something crazy. Yeah, we watched that once and then whenever I just watch the videos though, people are always like, oh, like play a game. And then I'll play a game and they're like, oh, play a different game. And I'm just like, oh my God. But because I only like playing one game.
Yeah. Well, you can't. It's tough. What's the game? Actually?
Cuphead. It's the best game.
So you don't play like shooters or anything?
I don't like Call of Duty or Fortnite or anything like that. Kind of makes me dizzy. The first person point of view. Also, I'm not very good at that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really
You're
suck.
more of like a storyline person?
I want it like Mario, like a platformer.
Mario. Just, what is that, 2D?
Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
I like that.
You should just play old games. You should start playing old games.
Could do
like
that.
Get like a...
Like Frogger?
Yeah, or like get one of those like old, the Nintendo that has like all the Nintendo games on it and then figure out a way to put it on the Twitch. That'd be dope.
If I could, I would. I was trying, when I first started streaming, I was trying to figure out how to get my Nintendo DS on there. But then I was like, man, I'm not that technically savvy. Like,
really?
I can't figure that out.
That's super easy.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a nerd. I've got this shit like
dang.
Easy. Yeah, I can help you do it.
Well, okay.
Let me go pee real quick. I got a few more questions.
Okay.
All right, guys, quick interruption to the podcast. One of my favorite sponsors right here, Liquid IV. Okay, listen, you guys have to understand how important it is to be hydrated, to stay hydrated. And honestly, if you're a gym bro, it's 100 times even more important. Not that it's already one of the most important things for you, for like mental clarity, for energy, for everything. But if you're a gym bro, then you need it for the pumps. So this is very, very essential. I literally take this stuff every day. They have like energy ones. They have regular ones that are just for the hydration. This one is for immunity. So there's a little more vitamins and minerals in it. I'm feeling kind of somewhat under the weather. I'm popping this. Honestly, I drink one every morning, and it really helps to basically, honestly, get a great pump. That's why I do it. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm going to keep it 1,000. The pumps are immaculate. They're 10 times better because, number one, you're drinking enough water to stay hydrated, but number two, you're getting the right electrolytes. So if you guys want to get some Liquid IV, go to liquidiv.com and use promo code RAWTALK to get 20% off your order, 20% off anything you order. Again, that's liquidiv.com, promo code RAWTALK. This stuff's amazing. Tastes good, mixes well. Give it a shot. Support your boy. Let's get back into this podcast. All right, let's talk about guys.
Okay, what about them?
Dad bod or workout bod? What do you prefer?
I don't think I could really care less. I don't know.
Care?
No.
Even though you work out, it's not a thing that you're like, oh, this is important.
Yeah. Sometimes people ask that, like if I'd want a partner who like works out a lot, and historically that has not been the case. But I don't.
Not what you wanted, or just
not just not how it
worked out.
Not the people that I ended up with. Yeah, but I don't think I would really care that much.
You don't think about that at all. It's not like a.
Like sometimes I think about it. It just like depends. Like if they will like want to go to the gym with me. First of all, I like working out alone. So I don't like really working out with someone. So if they wanted to work out with me, they got to work out like the same way that I work out. Otherwise, like I don't want to work out with you, because we're doing something else. Yeah. But if they don't work out in general, I don't care.
No, I get it. Yeah. But you don't have. There's no like preference. I just figured, like none.
Not really.
Yeah. Is there a proper way for a guy to hit on a girl in the gym? Even with TikTok now, I know it's crazy.
Even with TikTok, I don't know. I did a poll once on my Instagram story that was like something about like if you would hit on someone, and I just did like it's fine, but like at the right time, never, or like some other answer.
I feel like people say never.
A lot of the female answers were never. So
it's crazy because it's also that's just not realistic though. Because like, what if you? Yeah, to never do it is like if I never talked to a girl at the gym, I would never have had a relationship.
The way I personally look at it is like, I don't want to shit where I eat, and I eat at the gym.
I get
so
you.
Like,
but I don't go. I was at a point in my life where I didn't go anywhere else but the gym.
That's what I do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I respect that, but that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, if that's your life, then it's like, you know, where else are you seeing these people at Chipotle maybe after the gym, or like maybe right?
Your mom introduces you to someone. Who knows?
Your mom?
Who knows?
Wow.
Not
That's
my
old,
mom, but someone else's mom.
That's old school. Damn. Those days are gone. I feel like social media has like ruined dating.
I don't know if it was that great before. You know, who's
Fair.
it's like the first ever like sex study, the Kinsley study or something, found that there was a lot of interesting activity happening that people just didn't know about because they didn't know about it because it's easier to hide. If anything,
Before the internet.
it was in the 50s or the 60s.
Yeah.
It was like there was a lot of activity, a lot of things that people didn't know.
It just wasn't on someone's story where they could be like, what
It just was no one could find out.
Yeah. Interesting. Damn, I kind of miss those days. Not that I was
The
ever there.
50s?
Yeah, not that I was ever there, but like the idea of like life like that sounds so cool. Where like if someone did you dirty, like you could snuff them out and just be like, yep, okay, they're gone now.
Yeah, it was probably less stressful in general.
Yeah.
I heard some statistic that teenagers right now have like the same amount of stress as insane asylum patients in the 50s.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that is an alarming
yeah,
stat.
quite the stat.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're going in the right direction there. Holy shit. Yeah. Wow, that's fucked. The future, it looks interesting. I wonder what's going to happen.
Who knows what it
What do you think about the
holds.
aliens?
What about them? Oh, them being shot down right now?
Yeah, all the
What if they're just
UFOs?
trying to say hi and we're just like, bass, like sniping them and they're like, man.
I don't know. Yeah.
And then they nuke us. But it's not a nuke, it's like an alien nuke.
Yeah, it's like 10. That sounds like 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Be like they do it in a different way. They'll infiltrate our technology.
I was thinking about this the other day. I think if I had to choose how to go out like in a war situation, I would want to be in the center of that nuke.
just done.
You don't even see it coming. We could be nuked right now.
It's so funny. Me and Jacob were talking about this. Yeah, like driving back from Vegas, and I was like, the worst part, like if a nuke hit, like we were talking about a nuke hit in LA, which is such a crazy thing to talk about because of like the world just going insane right now. Apparently, is like if I wasn't that person, because like who gives a fuck, right? Doesn't matter. I would just hate the fact that like I'd have to see my dogs probably die from like radiation poisoning. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't want to be that person. I wouldn't want to be,
yeah,
the radiation after.
the fucking Last of Us.
Painful, yeah.
Have you been watching that show?
Yeah.
That shit's good. Mm-hmm. You know, the thing that's really interesting about that is they say that there is the fungus that is like that is actually like only like one step away from doing that if it just learns how to like live in the human body at a higher temperature.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Damn, so we're like, right. Remember at the beginning of the show where they're doing the podcast and they're talking about it?
Holy shit.
It's right
Holy
now.
shit.
It's us.
Oh my God. We just need a scientist.
Yeah.
A fucking scientist here.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. No, like that's a real fungus thing. Like not that like that's a real thing that's happening, but apparently like there's like a vampire type fungus thing that is like if it could just live at a higher temperature in the body, it could do that because it does it to like ants and shit already.
Does it live in animals? Oh, I heard
yeah,
about
it can
that.
do
It lives
that
in
to
ants.
like ants.
Yeah.
So if it just learned how to like upgrade itself.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hopefully that's the next generation or something.
The next pandemic coming
No,
soon.
No. Oh my God.
They're getting us ready with the fucking The Last of Us.
They might be.
Because think about this. That was a video game years and years ago, and they just released it now. Just like fucking. No, I don't want to go a conspiracy theory on you. It's too crazy.
Oh, that's fine. No.
No, it's
Cheryl.
too deep, man. Too deep. I always want to keep more surface level on the fucking aliens. What do you think it is? Do you think it's aliens? Do you think it's like because the thing when I read about it, they're like, we shot down some stuff. We're not telling you what it is.
I don't think it's aliens. I think, like, honestly, whenever someone says, like, oh, UFO shot down, my first thought isn't really aliens. It's like Russia or something.
Something else.
It's like a foreign country sent something as something. Or maybe it's like some kid's drone. I don't know. And they're just shooting it down.
I don't know if it's a drone.
It's like, I don't know.
Fucking send some fucking fighter jets to go shoot a kid's drone. No, man. No, I don't think it's a drone. I don't know. But I like where you went with that.
What are those little spinny things, you know, where you
fuck.
pull it and then it spins up and then shooting it down? Could be that.
It's not, dude. No, it's something else. I feel like it's just like distraction type shit.
From the pandemic.
Not from
the new one, the fungus one.
No,
That's the distraction.
No. I think from the basically the
war?
the shit that's kind of seems to be escalating, but no one's really talking about it.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way things have been going recently. It's like something horrific will happen in the world. We talk about it for 3 months and then no one talks about anything. And then like something else horrific. And then,
Yeah, like there was some stuff in Ohio where like a train derailed and like there's this crazy ass cloud of like chemicals. It's basically like killing people.
Yeah. I just saw on TikTok, some just girl was like, my friend lives there. And she was like telling me like what's happening. And I was like, dang.
Yeah, that one's actually pretty scary because it's like if that's a thing that's gonna keep happening, what's causing that? Just trains are just randomly derailing and blowing up things. I think it happened somewhere else as well. I don't know the exact location.
A train derailment and then a
recently
fog?
like another chemical thing. Like there's been 2, I think. I don't know what the other one is. If I had my trusty Jamie back there, I'm not Joe Rogan enough right now, but. Can you Google really quickly? There was a train derailment or whatever in Ohio, like a chemical spill. Can you Google if there was another one? Because like I think there was another one, and it's just so it's like that. That's actually a scary thought because like there's like train. You know, we drove past the trains coming back from Vegas this last weekend. It's like, it's like what the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just an interesting thing because like that's in Ohio. It's not like. Overseas.
Well, we have trains here.
We got trains all over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so sketchy. Did you find anything over there, Jacob?
There was one on February 3rd and then another one just happened.
Yeah. Were they both in Ohio? Detroit? Yeah. So Detroit and Ohio.
Man, poor Michigan. They just really, the government doesn't like them.
Yeah.
Ohio, too.
Yeah.
So there was 2.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, my point is like that shit's just that's a little frightening because that's not. I guess it's lame to say, but it's not far away from home. Like that's straight up here.
Yeah.
Like I wonder what that is.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the government does a lot of sneaky things, not to get conspiracy, but
yeah, they do a lot of things.
they're doing a lot of things.
Yeah, that's how I felt about
it's
the
just
whole
if they
pandemic.
mess up and it's in front of our face,
Well, nowadays too, because it's like everything is videoed and recorded, and everyone's got a phone, everyone's got TikTok, and it's like immediate. So we get news kind of like in a different way now too. That's not always just mainstream. It's like a lot of self-reported type shit. It's definitely created like but then it also. Did you see the shit the other day? Like I don't know how much you use the internet, but there's a like deep fake like weird porn shit, but not so much. That's not what I'm talking about. But just like people not changing someone's voice, taking someone's voice and like making them sound like they said something else, and then people thinking that it's true. Like giving me like someone like basically making me say something I didn't say.
I didn't hear about that recently, but it's not like I would think that exists,
Which is crazy because I'm going to tell you, I saw a clip. It looked like Joe Rogan was selling this product that he wasn't selling, and he's like saying, "Oh, you can just search this product. I'm not going to give it any love or anything because it was a bullshit ad, but it's a fake video of him saying it. Like you can just go on Amazon and find this product, and it's like none of it shit was real. There's the first part of the clip was real where Joe's saying." Talking about a different product, and then they like made it so it sounded he was talking about this other product, and it's like viral on Twitter, and I'm assuming it's like how much money did they make? Literally like fraud.
Yeah, that's illegal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, but that's what's crazy. But it's like the Wild West a little bit because it's like now like how far do they go to the like yo what the fuck's going on? It's just a weird thing.
Yeah.
Does none of that frightens you? Like because you're on social.
Yeah, I mean, It does, but also if that battle comes to the grounds, like really, what are you gonna do? Yeah. You can just say like it's not true, and it's up to people to believe you or not. And otherwise, like at least for me, I'm not smart with things like that. So maybe like get a lawyer. Like I don't even know what else to do.
I think
like,
it's more so. It comes back to this thing about that people just fail to do, which is like use your brain and try to critically think about something. We just as a society seem to just be like. If I saw it here on TikTok or if I saw it there on some news outlet, it's the truth, it's gospel.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's the overarching issue that like the reason why all these things are able to like make its way and happen is because people are so fucking stupid and just willing to take anything at face value, no matter doing any research. Like that's the tricky part on the internet. You know, you run into someone someone might talk shit about you just because they want to for their own benefit, and then because they can do that, people go, oh yeah, you suck because that guy said it. And it's like, well, is this real? Is someone just saying that because they want some clout, they want some views? And that goes with everything, products, all kinds of shit. It's just like anyone could essentially say anything and control some sort of narrative that just like, it's bullshit. And people don't think hard enough to go, what's actually happening here?
Yeah, that.
And that's the scary part, I think. That's where like, I just wish more people would fucking understand it. Don't take everything face value.
Yeah.
You know, try to like do a little bit of research, because it's like I said, I was joking earlier about like having mostly guys on here and it being like this like echo chamber of like agreeance. It's the same thing. It's like if you're only looking at stuff that like you're constantly believing to be true, then like your perspective on like life and things is just so skewed to like one way.
I think that's called like a confirmation bias.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you're just in a position where it's like, you just think you're right just because everyone else around you is saying you're right, and all the content you're seeing is saying you're right. And then and someone else says something that you don't agree with, and you're like, you're wrong. You're the devil. It's bad.
No, yeah. If you only surround yourself with people who only agree with you and don't kind of like challenge you to grow in any way, and you don't seek growth in any other way, then you're going to stagnate and you're going to create that little echo chamber.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's terrible. Well, it was wonderful having you on.
Thank you for having me.
I think you're incredible. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Keep making great content.
Thank you. You too.
Well, yeah. So where can they find you? Twitch, YouTube.
Twitch, YouTube. I don't want to promote the Twitch first. Okay. YouTube, okay. Instagram, TikTok. Those are all Lean Beef Patty.
Yep.
Twitter, The Real Lean Beef. And Twitch, Pinhead Patty.
Pinhead. Interesting. Do you use Twitter for real? Because I love Twitter.
Twitter is kind of scary for me. Last time I opened Twitter, I opened it and I was just greeted face to face with like the most graphic, erotic art I've ever seen. I was like, that's crazy. And then I just...
who are you following?
I think it's because I don't like really follow a lot of people. I follow like Gorilla Mind, this one girl who draws like cute art, like 2 friends, and then like the Cuphead fan page. So I think it was just like suggested from people my friends follow, and I was like, y'all are following like
anime porn.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna like judge, you know, like do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But I was just like, that's in my face right now.
I love Twitter.
Twitter's kind of intense for me. I usually just go there to like say something stupid and then leave.
That's fair. That's fair. But so Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch is you're not taking that serious?
I'm trying to take it more serious. It's just like the Twitter and the Twitch have a different username. So everywhere.
Got it.
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok is Lean Beef Patty. Twitch is Pinhead Patty. I started using that before the Lean Beef.
Yeah.
And then Twitter is The Real Lean Beef, because some guy from like 2014 had Lean Beef Patty.
Fuck
yeah, I was
that
like,
guy.
dang, and he's like been inactive. So like, what am I gonna do?
Oh, you can get that. You can get that account if you want.
Oh, well.
I can help you with that. Okay. All right. Subscribe to the channel. Post notifications on. Turn on. Not turn on. Go to Spotify if you're not there. Go to iTunes if you're not there. Drop a good review. I appreciate all the support. I love you guys. We're out of here. Thank you again, for real.
Yeah, thank you,
Absolutely.
Bradley.